everyone, welcome to Boss in Business with Ace Entrepreneurs. So every week we talk to amazing entrepreneurs, and this week we have Desrine. Hi Desrine.
Hello. Hi Nadine.
Hi, do you want to introduce yourselves and tell us who you are and what is your business?
Okay, so for those of you who have been following me, you know my name is Desrine. Desrine Thomas. Give you my full name. I'm the founder and the person who mainly runs BlakJAFam. I'm building a brand, and it's meant to encourage and inspire. And this is why I am the face, and my family is the face of my brand. And we're a Black Jamaican family. Hence the name BlakJAFam.
I don't think a lot of people know that JA is what Jamaicans use. We always use like JA as our little abbreviation.
Yeah, well, when I'm done, you will know.
Oh, yes. It's so good to have you on the podcast. I'm really keen to find out more about you. We've just had a little chat and realised that we both have Jamaican heritage. Are you born in Jamaica?
Yes, I'm Jamaican. I'm straight from the mother yard. Yes. Yeah, I'm Jamaican. I think I've lived the majority of my life in London, UK, but I am from Jamaica. I came here as an adult and in my 20s, but I'm still here. Want to go back on my yard? Eventually.
Hopefully. I was meant to go for my birthday. I had a big birthday this year and I was meant to go to Jamaica. I'm so gutted. I couldn't go. I was so looking forward to getting back. What part of Jamaica are you from?
Okay, well, I'm from Montego Bay and my husband is from St. Elizabeth. So we have, in Jamaica, we call it country and town. So I'm so country and town meet together. So we're kind of like one end to the other Jamaican family.
Is he born in Jamaica and came over with you? Did you come together?
No. We met here.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, we met in London, but we're from different parts of Jamaica. We met here, but we're from different parts of Jamaica. And I think if we were in Jamaica, we would have never met. And we always mess around. We always joke around to say, you know what, you probably wouldn't look at me if I was in Jamaica. But it's a country and town thing, and if you're from Jamaica, you would understand wherein you probably won't look at a country person and vice versa because you're from two different parts of Jamaica.
Yeah, but I totally get it. I think my mum and dad are the same. They came from Jamaica, they met here. Maybe they wouldn't have met because they're completely different sides. Like my mum's from the south and my dad's from the north, so they probably wouldn't have met. And they met went over here as well. Same thing. Similar story to you. I always like to ask people, what did their parents do? And did they have any influence in your life? Because entrepreneurs are it's a completely different thing to working. Every day you've got to get up, you've got to motivate yourself, you've got to decide what you want to do and why you want to do it. How did they play a part? What did they do when you were growing up?
Okay, so I'm from a single parent home, and it's my mom that she has been the greatest influence on me. She was an entrepreneur for her entire adult life. When she came here, she started working for someone else, but she always worked for herself. And I didn't see the value of that until I became an adult and started working in the system. Then I understood that, you know what, to be a owner of something, it means so much, and especially for a future generation coming up, it means so much. But I didn't understand it. It when I was growing up. I just thought that, I just want to work in business. I want to be I want to be a manager or something like that. And then I started working in the system, and then it's almost like it's so difficult to climb the ladder because of the color of our skin. And I'm sorry to bring that up, but this is the main reason why I started my company, because we need our own people in power. We need to have some sort of influence over what decisions are to be made in business, because if we have that decision making power, then it will help all generation, not just us. Because a lot of the times the people that I know, we're fair people, and we don't really see color when it comes down to hard work. However, how the system is set up that the color of our skin determines whether or not we move up the ladder. Yeah. I'm in teaching, and it's the hardest thing. And if you read the reports coming out of that, it's like we have so little amount of managers in that sector that are of our color, so little, and it's so far and in between. It's almost like we're not there, but they just have to have at least one to say, oh, they do have it. Yeah. Sorry, I just went on and on.
No, it's a conversation, so like obviously we're going to talk about some things, but it's natural, and that's the way it is. I think you see one person, right, in your area. I'm the same, right? Most of the time I was the only person of color, and I was the only woman as well, and then either you're seen as like a token, so they're like, okay, we've got one, so that's enough. And then if you come in and there's another person of color and they were the only one previously, sometimes there's actually a bit of friction between you two, because they know that there's kind of only going to be one, whereas I prefer us both to prosper, right?
Oh my gosh. Yes, there is enough room for us. Yeah. It's just that it's how society portray us, and they kind of, what they do is that they pin us against each other in their own special way they do. But what I'm finding is now we are becoming better at that. Well, at least in my department that I work, we and I try my best to be as supportive as possible to whomever comes in. But especially if I see someone of color who is struggling, I will bend over backwards just to ensure that I support that sister. And this is why this podcast was important for me. It wasn't even important that I put myself out there. It was important that I supported you, because that's how I see it. I think I wear my heart on my sleeve, and it's very difficult for me because I'm harder on myself than how people are. I am beginning to love myself regardless of my flaws, and that's the main thing that I'm putting out there. Because if you love yourself and you portray love, people will see you and they will gravitate to you, and you'll be able to show them love. And that's one of the main things I'm pushing. I'm putting out there. I'm putting it out in the universe. We need to love ourselves, and in loving ourselves, we'll be able to love other people.
Oh, I feel warm, fuzzy. I'm with you on that. I'm totally with you on that. We just don't see our faces, and to be fair, it's been something I wanted to do for ages, but I've been a bit like hesitant to even do this. But really, there's no voices. We don't see each other. We don't see other women of color and say, oh, this is someone I'm looking up to. When we look at, like, think about inspiration and mentors, we go to like someone that's completely different from us, usually a guy, usually an English guy, or
someone who's dead,
someone who's doing like completely irrelevant to our life. But really, we want people like you and me, both from Caribbean heritage, both doing our entrepreneurial things. So other people, before they say, oh, I can't even do it, they know there's two people out there, right, already doing it. So I love that.
Yes.
I love that.
And this is why, you know what, we are resilient. We sometimes we don't even know our strengths. And I said that on my website, because not on my website, sorry, on my IG page. Because I do like some of the quotes that I do, I write it myself, and they're written from the heart. Like the last one, I said that you need to work on your dreams, because and you need to promote it and work on it like your life depends upon it, because sometimes you don't see the support from other people. And a lot of the times people won't support you until you show that you want the support from them, and you show that you believe in your dream. Because if you don't show that you believe in your dreams, other people won't. They won't believe in it.
I agree.
And yeah, and this is what we need to do. Like when I first started out, I had a lot of negatives coming towards me, but I am on a new journey in my life wherein, you know what, no matter what you say to me, it's going to roll off my back like water. It doesn't. And I will, you know, because we're humans, the little thought will come into your mind, but you need to overpower it with all the positives that you can think about. All the positives. We are beautiful people in and out. And they this whole thing that they were preaching to us that Black people don't support Black people don't. You know what? No.
Yeah.
Most of the people on my page are Black people. I have over 2,000 followers and they are Black people.
Oh, it's great. And I love your quotes, by the way, you know, because I like them. I like almost every single one, because it's all about building each other up and really believing in your dream. And I really love that, because like even when I first started doing stuff for myself, not for Ace, but before that, most voices were like, oh, are you really going to do that? Can you do that? And then put that together with your own doubts, right? And you're in this system of almost like negativity of how could I even climb this hill? This is going to be way too hard. And I don't know if it's a thing that comes with age. I have no idea how old you are, and you don't.
I think it does. I think it does. Oh my God.
Who cares what anyone thinks? I'm going to do this anyway, and if it works, it works, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. But my mind is like, it's going to work, right?
Yes.
When I was younger, I think there was so many doubting voices, and I wasn't strong enough to, I can do this. So you just kind of like, oh, you just don't bother.
Yeah. When you're younger, it's easier to make the negativities overshadow you, because you're still trying to find your way.
Yes.
As we get older, we kind of gravitate to what we want, what we want to put out there. Well, for most of us.
Yeah.
I'm saying for some of us, because I have met people like us who are just comfortable where they are.
Yeah.
And I can never be comfortable where I am. No. And one of my main things, I became a teacher in order to teach. And this system does not allow for that. And I'm like, am I teaching or am I not teaching? I don't understand what's going on.
Can you explain that more, just to tell us what you mean by that?
Because being a teacher is almost like there's so much politics going on.
Right.
And institutionalized rules, procedures, and regulations that you need to follow. All these forms that you need to fill in. It's almost like you're an admin person. Like you need to fill in forms upon forms upon forms upon forms. And it's almost like it takes so much time away from the teaching, away from the inspiring that I love. I love to inspire.
I'm getting that vibe.
And I love to motivate. This is why I became a teacher. Yeah. And if you see most of my quotes, it'll be like, I want to ensure that I reach at least one person. Because in reaching that one person will reach another person, and it will ricochet out. Yes. And that's my motto. I don't care how many people. In Jamaica, we have the, what's the song? Do it for the love, me not do it for the likes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So I love that song because it's so, it speaks to me in so many ways. So even though I will say, I love when people like myself, obviously, but I do it because I love it.
Yes.
Because I love it. Go on.
I was going to say, because you want to make a change, right? So what age do you teach? What age of children?
Well, I teach everyone.
Okay.
I think I've secretly been a teacher all my life, my entire life, because I was called teacher before I even became a teacher.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of the times what you say to people, you don't know how it's affecting them mentally, because what you tell that person most of the time is what they become. I've always,
yes.
Yeah. This is why I promote positivity, and I'm putting it out there so that my kids can see and they can emanate me. They can see that mommy is positive, mommy can do this, because I grew up with a lot of negatives. I'm sorry. I grew up with a lot of negatives. I was told at one point that you can't go to university because you can't talk properly. It's like, you can't go to university because you can't speak English well. And I'm like, uh-huh. And that was a close family member. And and so I'm like, so to me, I understand that that's where they're coming from. They don't know better. But I didn't understand it until I became older and until I started to make the change myself, started to move away from negatives to positives. And I've come a long way. You are meeting me at my good point.
2.0, like the next.
Yes. I'm Desrine point 1. I'm aiming for Desrine point 2. And yes, that's my aim, Desrine point 2. So I in some of my courses, I will tell you, work on yourself one day at a time.
Yes. Because
not every day is going to be a good day, but the next day can be an even better day.
Yeah.
You never know. So one day at a time, one step at a time, and nothing happens overnight. Nothing.
There's a quote going around that like Coca-Cola only sold 25 bottles in the first year. I don't know if you've seen that. I was going to post it. It's just like everywhere right now, but
yeah.
I like.
It's a nice quote, however.
You're about to trash it. It is.
No, I'm not trashing it. It's a good quote. It's a good quote to motivate people who want to break into entrepreneurial the entrepreneurial sector. However, some things, if like what I portray everything. That's us.
I hear you.
So if I'm motivating, and I love other races. I have some lovely friends. However, at this point, we're hoping that they will come on board and support us within our journey, because this journey is not an easy journey, and we have been traveling this journey from slavery, and it's for parents, they've endured it. Endured it, and some of us even now have endured it. I've endured it, but we want to move past the hurt.
Yes.
But still, we want to teach the next generation that we did go through that in order to get here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a journey, and I've always called it a journey. And the journey does not just involve talking.
Oh yeah,
it involves it involves action.
I'm more of less talk, more action is one of my things. I don't want to talk and talk about what.
Let's do it.
If someone's talking about what they're doing, they ain't gonna be doing it because they're just talking. Like
because they spend all their time talking.
Yeah. And I've done it. I'm like, oh, here's this thing I've done. And they're like, oh, I didn't even know you're doing that. Good, because I was busy working in the back. Something you said I want to go back to is about, it's funny, there's 3 stages, right? Our grandparents, that's quite far away, okay?
Yeah.
They were enduring something else, right? And we know, because we're Jamaican, there were a whole load of people that they tried to enslave, which they didn't enslave because they went to the mountains and grew their hair and whatnot, right? So we
the strong people.
I always feel like that would have been, I would have been like, hell no. But you obviously
no, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm the loudest mouth in my department. They hate me for it, but I'm like, I do not care. I want to be loud until I get what I want. I'm sorry. Go on.
Oh, and then that's another thing I want to come back to. You're giving me all these talking points. And then obviously our parents, they were like busy grafting. They were busy like keeping not quiet, right? But just going in there, driving, and like making that change. So we probably had like better school or better opportunities, but they weren't. Okay, they could have been entrepreneurs, but that's a real hard road. Most of them were in a job where they were doing really well, so they could make solid, stable money, right? And now it's our chance. We're the ones that are out there really being the entrepreneurs and really pushing forwards. Sometimes the generation next doesn't understand.
No.
The three things that came before them, they're just like out here like nothing happened, but actually it's like played a real, right, and they just think everything's just happening, but really it took people like you and I and our parents to really do that grafting, right, to get us there. It's hard, but I'm glad
it is hard.
there's opportunities.
They do not understand it, and what I'm saying, a lot of people talk about talking, and talking does not get you anywhere. You have to be proactive in whatever you set out to do. That's what I preach. You need to be proactive. If I am preaching health, I'm gonna live health. So if I am preaching start up your business because you know it's important, I'm going to show you that I'm doing it. I believe in being a model. So I try, I don't know if I'm a role model, but I believe in being a model, because if you are preaching something, I can't remember, we have a saying in Jamaica, when it comes back, I'll let you know. So I teach by example. That's always been my motto. I teach by example. I lead by example. So, and one of the things I found out is that even what you do is what your kids will do. You don't know that you're teaching them in your behaviors. So it's very important how you behave, the words that you speak. And I said jokingly, I was talking to a colleague of mine, and we were talking about one of two of the other Black teachers that were unfairly treated. And I used to go around and say, oh my God, they had their knees on their necks, kneeling down on their necks until they had to leave. And I said, I'm going to be careful with my words, because I said that last year before what happened this year.
Because it's a saying. It's a saying. It was I think that's why people are so upset about it, because it was a physical representation of what we always say. You got your foot on the neck of someone else.
Yes, exactly. And it just came to light. It's almost like we ourselves were speaking it into existence, and we need to stop that. We need to work to get away from that type of system. And the only way to break away and to break free, because we're still slaves. We're still slaves. They don't even know that we're still slaves. And I said, if we don't go out there, own our own business and help our own people, it's like crossing the river, help them to cross the river, help them to come out of the cotton field. If we don't help our own people, if we don't help ourselves, we are going to still have the slave mentality that's been passed down for generation to generation. And it's something, and I think with this movement, I don't want it to be something that's only trending.
Yeah, I hear you.
I don't want it to be something that's only trending. I want it to be something that we use to come out on the better side of things. Yeah, because we need to actively do it, not just say it. Saying it is good, but doing it, living it, and just repeating that. Saying it, doing it, living it. Saying it, doing it, living it. Yes.
I feel like you're my teacher.
And that's my thing. I just like saying it, doing it, living it. Sometimes I'll tell you something. Just the day before yesterday, I can't remember. I felt so down. I don't know where it came from. I just felt so down. But I have learned that my mental, my mental is linked to whatever I say to myself. I have learned that. So what I do, I overpower that horrible feeling that I have with positive words. And starting out this business, I've been chanting it. I've been chanting it, my girl. I'm chanting it. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna be successful. I'm gonna make it. Yeah. And I seriously, and I wanted to actually do a little thing on there to say that's what I do. It's like when I have really bad days, I start overpowering what I feel with my positive thoughts. And it's the restructuring of our minds.
Exactly. It's not even matter, right? Because you could, funnily enough, I had a bad day 2 days ago. That's so weird. And I just stopped.
We're sinking.
Everything was going fine, and then I had this bad day, and I was just like, I literally can't do anything for the rest of the day because my mind's not right. So for that day, I just stopped, I relaxed, I gave myself a break, and then I came back. I woke up the next day like nothing had happened, like I was just on the next round. I was like, right, that happened, let's move on, let's look for another avenue, because this, like, I can't stop. Like it's like it's inside me to keep going until I reach that goal. Those negative words.
Yes, because you've restructured your mind.
Yeah.
You've restructured your mind to come away from that place that we've lived in for so long.
I can't live there. It's too depressing.
Yes, we have to migrate from that place. We have to come out of that place, because and it's the same for me. And I think a lot of us as Black women, we are traveling this journey, and it's lovely talking to you because it feels like you are on a similar journey, if not the same journey I am on. And I'm from Jamaica, but you were born here, but we have so much things in common. But what I'm saying is that it's lovely to talk to a sister that's living in their truth. Yes.
I find, tell me if this is the same for you. I usually find like Black women, I don't want to be controversial.
No, do it.
Sometimes we don't support each other like we're supposed to support each other, right? And it's only really over the last year I've started finding these women like you, like some of my friends I currently have, that are not like that. Like, there's a whole group that just will not support you, and then there's other groups which I never knew about, because I feel like I've been on this road like on my own, and now it's opened up to this whole group of women that are just amazing, and they're out to support you, and they're encouraging you, and they want to help you, and you're asking them for help, something you've probably never done before. But I find like sometimes they're just like, I'm gonna make sure you're doing it.
I tell you what, we're on the same page. You don't even want to know how much. I will forever remember this conversation, because it's giving me goosebumps, goose pimples, because what it is how I felt.
Yes.
As if I didn't have a lot of support until I started my business, and I found out that social media, it's very powerful. People don't even know it. Words are powerful. People don't even know that. And what you preach, what you post on social media, that's what is happening. That's what is happening. And the thing that we had about Black women not supporting Black women, Black people not supporting Black people, that was trending. There was so many negatives going on before this movement. I saw a lot of posts, and I said to myself, I am not ever going to post anything about we not supporting anything. We are supporting each other. And I said to myself, we need to find our own people.
Yes.
We need to find our people. You're my people.
You're my people.
You're my people. If you don't, if you're, because you know you have people out there that won't support you, even if their life depends upon it. And sometimes it's people that are close to you. Sometimes it's people that are really close to you. Don't worry about them. And that's what I've been doing. I don't worry about anything. If you're negative, even when I'm listening to you, I glaze over. I go to my happy place. I do something else. And I block out that negative thing that you're saying to me. That's what I do. And I find my people that will speak positivity into your life. Because the people that you gravitate to, the people that will gravitate to you will be like-minded. And if you don't proactively try to get to that place, you'll be stuck in the negative city. We don't want to be in the negative city.
No,
They can keep it.
I don't want it. Like
Yeah.
I saw this. Like, do you remember Salt and, I think it was Salt and Pepper, right? One of the do you know? No, you might not know because you.
No, go on.
Anyway, so one of the women, they're in this 3 rap groups, and she was basically saying she was depressed for this really long amount of time, and she used to cry every day and everything. And then one day she woke up and said, I'm literally not crying anymore. I'm just going to laugh every day. And every day I'm going to be like feeling amazing. It's weird because I watched that on the day I was feeling a bit down, and I was like, why? Like, am I giving this energy? The energy I'm going to now put is everything is going to be fine. Everything's going to be okay. Every day's going to be funny. I've got a son. He's hilarious. I'm going to take all those little moments and just uplift every day, and not even think about anything that could knock me off my path. I'm on a.
And this is the reason why when you put out positivity out there, it's very infectious.
Yes, it is.
It's very infectious. And I know that for a fact. Because before I came back on social media, I was very negative. I was like, oh, they're not going to support me. Oh, I don't care. Oh, I'm not doing this. Oh, I'm not going there. Oh, not. And it was just like in my head, and it was taking over my body.
Yeah, it's cloudy.
Yeah, and it was taking over my mindset.
Yeah.
And the minute I woke up, it feels like I was in a different world. And people don't understand that, and that's one of the things I'm trying to put out there. You know what, we've been through it, but are you gonna live there? Exactly. I'm not living there, and I've been through so much. And if you Google me, you probably see I've shared some of the whatever I've gone through. But on my new journey, when I woke up in my new world that I have created, it's almost like, I don't care. You can say that. What? I don't care. Like I've gotten like close family members said, don't dance on social media. I'm like, what? If I want to dance, I'll dance. If I want to put an ugly picture out there of myself, I will. It's me. It's mine. I don't care.
Yeah.
And as long as I feel comfortable in sharing what I'm sharing, and in putting it out there to motivate people, whatever you say.
Yeah.
I said it to one of my sisters, say, unsister me because I'm not going to stop.
Get on board. They'll be in your videos soon in the back, like, I can't believe I'm doing it. But they won't be able to get away from you because it's the energy too strong, the vibe too heavy, like.
Sis, you see that quote that I've just put out? It's like, it's speaking to me. It's speaking my truth. The last quote that I put out. People didn't support me until I started putting stuff out there. It's like people just started like supporting me. Like I just get people that would never talk to me normally just supporting me, like people who never thought they would support me at all, supporting me without even knowing that they're supporting me. And that's why I said, if you don't believe in yourself, hey, it will show.
It will show, and you'll quiver. You know, you're not living your authentic self. It's a lot of work to live an inauthentic self, to remember what to say, how to be, and all that stuff. You just need to be yourself and like be natural. And actually, people gravitate towards that more than you pretending to be something else. And I don't know if there's a lot of debate about how Black people and Black women are at work, right? There's a lot of chat about how we have to assimilate in these environments in order to get by and to get on. And then now there's this whole movement where people are no longer assimilating and they're just being their real authentic self, right? It's so free.
We broke out of the prison that we were in. We broke out. The chains are off, sis. Yes. The chains are off. And this is why I'm loving this movement. And you know what? I started my journey from last year, January. I didn't even know. I didn't start my business then, but I did not know that I was on a journey.
Yes.
Until when I realized that I was on a journey, everybody, it doesn't matter what race or creed, they were just gravitating to me. And I'm like, I'm putting it out there. I'm shining my light. If you gravitate to my light, you're a good person.
Yeah.
And please don't gravitate if you're negative, because I have a fence built around my positivity. I'm locking that down and I'm shining it out to only positive people to come to it.
That.
So this is what it is. It's like when you start on this journey, and you're right, sis, it's an age, and I'm over 40. A lot of people don't believe that, but I'm over 40. And when I got to a certain age, I just like I don't care.
Yeah, I know, right? I literally don't care anymore about any, like, I've never I mean, I care, but I don't really care. But now I seriously don't care. Like, I really like, it's not my life. And I think it's hard because you worry about what people think about you, what they're going to say about you. But really, like, they're just thinking about themselves. They're actually not really
selfish
about you.
Selfish.
You're just for the moment. They're not really thinking about how they're saying or treating you. When you go home, you're there thinking about, I remember, like, have you ever like had someone say something to you and then you spend like the night thinking about that comment? It's definitely a young person thing, because now I'm just like, oh, I got so much to do. Like, I can't take, I really don't have time to take on another thing. Like, that's what you think. That's what you think. Like, I literally don't care.
You're so busy. It's like you're so busy living your authentic self that, you know what, hey, if you don't like the authentic me, that's your problem. That's your problem. It's me. I was gonna put this quote out, but I thought it was so negative. That's why I didn't put it out. And my sister went, oh, why do you feel you have to put that out? But it was, I said in that quote that when you come here, you will see an authentic me. You'll see my passions displayed on this page.
Yeah.
And I said, what you see here, if you love it, that's fine. If you don't love it, that's okay. I'm not for everyone.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
and you know what? Sometimes I was like, I just said, that's okay. I'm not for everyone, because I am not for everyone. There's so many people in this world. I'm not for everyone. and I just want to find my people. If you're not my people, well, that's fine if you unfriend me if you're not my people. That's what I believe in. Gravitate, live in your truth, show your authentic self. Some of us more than others. It doesn't matter. Speak positivity into your life. Speak, and you know what? There's one thing, there's so many decisions I've made along this journey. Like, one, I said to myself, if I can't find anything positive to say about that sister, no, I look for the positive thing in that sister.
That's good.
And I highlight it.
Yeah.
Yes, I highlight it.
I like that.
And if I say you have beautiful hair, I love your skin. You have a beautiful shape.
Yeah.
I love your voice. I love how and it's an empowerment. It's a self-empowerment as well. You don't even know it. I didn't even know it. But once I made that decision, I only try to say positive things.
Of course.
Only positive things. And if it's gonna be negative, I flip it.
I like that.
I flip it. And this is what we need to do. Start speaking it. Start living it. Yeah, we're humans. The bad days will come. But if you have that mental strength to overcome it, you will, because you have to. And this is why you need to find your people that you can talk to.
I love that. I love that. We're very similar. It's really weird. I always try to like find something nice to say about people, and some people find that disingenuine. But actually, it's genuine. It's genuine. I want to make you feel just good.
Yeah.
Just for a minute. Yeah. And maybe we've just met. Maybe we're going to do something together. Like, why not? Why do I want you to feel great? I want you to
even if I've just met you, I don't care. Sometimes I'm passing, and I see something that I love on a black sis, and I'll go, oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Me and you the same.
And sometimes you make that person's day more than how you know. And one of the things I've learned is that before I couldn't accept a compliment because of how I grew up. I couldn't mentally process a compliment and react to it in a accepting way.
Yeah. Okay.
And and this is because of where I'm from and how I was grown up. Like, my mom would never compliment us. And the emotional thing about it, because there is a lot of emotions built up, a negative emotion, negative behaviors that we need to undo.
Yes.
We need to undo it. And in undoing it, we need to restructure our mind, restructure the thoughts that we have in our heads. Because this is something I am learning, and I preach it. You know I do. I preach it. I preach it. I preach it. And I won't stop preaching it. And I won't stop saying I'm preaching it, because that's what I'm putting out there. And until you restructure how, one of the things, how to accept love. But if I could not accept love until I knew how to love myself.
Unconditionally.
And that, unconditionally. And I'm not talking about no fake love.
Yeah.
Exactly. Loving every bit of me. And this is what I'm learning to do. And you know what? You might not be able to change it. You can work on it.
Yeah.
But still love it. That's you.
Yeah.
You can work on improving it, but it's still you.
It's still you, and it's fine, because you're human and you're flawed. We're not perfect beings. We're going to make areas of judgment and mistakes, but we're also going to do like really amazing things. So let's keep it in balance, right? And let's make sure we say we love every part of it and not just the bits that go perfectly.
Yes.
How are you with your children? Because I don't know about you, and it's no fault of our parents, but I think we are different to our children.
No, we are.
Our parents are with us.
Yeah.
And because we're older, we understand it a little bit more now. But tell me about how you are with yours.
Yeah, because that's one of the points I wanted to touch on.
Yeah.
Before I knew how to love myself, even with my kids, I wasn't able to show them affection, because as a young child growing up, most people that hugged me had bad intentions.
Oh.
So that messed up my psyche.
Oh.
And one of the things as well that messed up my psyche is that the accepting of emotions from my mom, she wasn't able to accept it because she was coming from another place as well.
Yeah.
So with me, in knowing this, I had to change it.
Right.
I had to accept it, and then I had to work on changing it one day at a time. And in doing so, to show love to my kids, not just in what I say, but in a simple hug. I couldn't hug. I always push my kids away. Don't hug me. I had to learn how to hug. As simple as how it sounds to other people, I had to learn to give hugs and to accept hugs, which is a form of emotion. I think research has shown that it releases something in us as well. Yes.
Yeah.
And my little British one that you see me with, my son not so much. She loves to hug. Loves to hug. And we learn things from our kids.
Yes.
And that little girl, sometimes I'm so harsh with her, and I'm trying not to be, but she has shown me how to love. She has taught me how to love, in just her words.
Yeah.
And offering hugs.
Right.
She always say, "Mommy, hug you. I love you, Mommy."
Yeah.
And it's so natural to her, but she doesn't know. For me, I'm her age.
Yeah.
In that emotion.
Yeah.
Or even younger, wherein I don't know how to accept it, but over the years I've learned. And it sounds far-fetched, it sounds ridiculous. However, a simple hug, some people don't know how to accept it. My mom still doesn't know how to accept it.
I'm not going to put my parents on blast, but I'm the hugger in the family, and in the beginning it was very awkward, because that's not our style. It doesn't mean we don't love each other. It means that's not how we are.
No, they show love differently, don't they? It's not a negative thing. It's just that they show love differently. And with our kids, we have to learn to show love
We have to
differently.
do it differently, because I don't want my son to go on the journey that I've gone on, in that the whole thing that you just said in terms of acceptance and love and for yourself. And I agree with you. I won't even repeat the same thing, but he needs something different, and he's a boy, right? So yes. I want to make sure he feels loved, super loved at home. And the things I'm saying to him, like, it's funny, you don't think they're listening, and so half the time he probably isn't. I think he tunes me out, but like, then he'll say something that I've said, and I'll be like, he is listening to me. And he also says, try your best, mummy, you can do it. And I'm like, am I saying this to him? Because it's weird, because we don't talk to ourselves the way we talk to other people, and it's our children that are reflecting that. Because usually, say I said some stuff to you and then we hung up the phone and you went, that would be like the end of that. The flow would go to you, and then you would be gone, right? But my child is with me, so he's flowing it back to me, the things that I'm saying, and then you're like, oh, you've got to love yourself too, right? Yes. And you have to be soft, and you have to be childlike. And you have to accept, you have to just stop and accept that cuddle, and oh my God, close your eyes and get into it, and that cuddle will change your life, right?
Oh my gosh. It's something, but it's a good thing that you were a hugger before.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't a hugger. I even when my family member, anybody that I know that tried to hug me, I will push them away. That's me. It's in becoming that I have learned. And this is something, it's part of my journey. It's part of my journey, learning to show more affection, more genuinely, because what I've experienced in the past does not have anything to do with my future, with my present state. So I need to learn to accept that it happened, but be able to move on from that. And this is what I've been trying to do, because you know what, you only have one life.
Here we go. We hit some milestones. Like we the last half has to be good. Like first half.
Yes. Whatever. And that's good. That's history. We're living in our present. We only have one life. Exactly. Finish it off on a high note.
And by the way, I wasn't really a hugger. Now, this is weird. Like, people used to hug me because they knew I felt really uncomfortable. Oh, you've frozen, but in a really good picture. You frozen. You're looking great. So, like, people used to, like, try and hug me because they knew I found it really awkward. So I wasn't really a hugger. I was kind of forced into it. You told me?
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
My sibling used to try to hug because they knew I felt uncomfortable when they hugged me. And then, funny enough, now that I've accepted it and I'm trying to hug them, they're pushing me away. It's almost like they were using it as a punishment.
Oh God, that's just funny. Oh, it's funny, these little
things.
We
have so much in common.
Oh mate, these little things are just, you don't even realise how much they affect you. And how much they shape your day. Just having someone to be like, it's okay, can change your, like, change everything. And I don't know, maybe like my upbringing was, I always say it was kind of strict, right? So there wasn't really that, I mean, they were like, you can do it, but they're like, you're gonna do it. There wasn't really like that real support system that was that coddling.
Well, they weren't flexible. They were supportive, but they weren't flexible in what you can do. So they'll support you to be successful, yes, but in being flexible, like if you wanted to be a dancer.
Oh, no.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, so, the influence was good. The influence was you are going to do it. That was more of the rhetoric. You are going to do it. And if you anything less than you achieving what I think you should achieve is not going to be good enough. And okay, that's probably not the way I would do it, but it worked, right? Yeah. Because it got me here. So it's a different method to my method. Mine's a bit softer, but it's still kind of hard as well. It's still I've taken that on board that you will achieve, you can achieve. Like, it's completely within your grasp to do anything you think you can do. There's no like, oh, I give up. Okay, no, there's no that.
No, you don't have a choice. You don't have a choice in the matter. You are going to be successful. And you know what? That is what you will now take as an adult
Yeah.
into your entrepreneurial future.
Mm.
And even though there are some negatives surrounding it, it's still giving you a positive.
Yeah.
Because you are going to be successful.
Yeah.
You don't have a choice. You don't have an option. You are going to be successful.
This is it. Because I don't really want to go back to the day, like 9 to 5. Like, I really want to, like, this has to be it.
Yes. Yeah. And that's me. I'm like, this have to be it. And you know what? I'm struggling, but I'm not showing it. Yeah. You know what? I am struggling. I think we all have our good and our bad days, especially with a startup. We all have our good and bad days. And you know what? During my bad days, I smile.
Yeah, well,
fake it till you make it.
Oh, some people don't like that. I like it because you just trick your brain into doing what you want.
I was gonna say that. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because if you don't fake it, what you like, you will literally never make it because you'll think you can't make it. You got to protect. You got to live in your mind. You're living this life, right? Even if it's on a small scale. Yeah.
It's just like and I've proven that over the years, and this is why at this point in my life I've changed my mindset to say I'm gonna try something that I really wanted to do, and I'm gonna be successful. Yeah. Because when I wanted to become a teacher, where I'm from, it was so far-fetched. Mm-hmm. Because especially when I came over here, because to get to university, to finish a 3-year degree, plus to get to university again, to finish the PGCE, and it's like finding all that money and that willpower, plus working, because I had to work to put myself through it. No, I wish I had work on my business rather than getting all of those. But it was a journey that I wanted to take, and I wanted to be successful in it. And I did it. I did it. And I'm like, okay, you did that. Yeah. And it's for a paper to give to someone that you know.
It was.
I would like.
It's part of it. It's part of your journey.
Yeah, it's part of the journey. I wish I could refund one of them though, so I can get back some of the money. Okay, take my paper and give me that. It would be helpful towards my business.
Hey, there's no refund. They're like, thank you.
Exactly. And that's one of the things as well. There are no refunds in life. On your life journey, there are no refunds. So live it.
You better take it. Everything is like a lesson, good, bad.
All your experiences, use it as a teaching moment.
It's a teaching moment.
Yeah.
It is. And it's, do you know each one teach one?
Yes. Each one reach one.
Yeah.
Each one teach one, each one reach one.
Just one. One is enough.
Yeah, and that was incorporated in one of my quotes, wherein I said I wanted to reach as many humans as possible, and it only start with one.
I know, right?
Yeah, only one.
How do you?
Because
sorry, go on.
No, go on.
Just tell me. I don't want to cut you. It just starts with one.
Yes. Yeah, just one. And that's where it ended. Just one. Once I start with one, then I move on to the next one.
Yeah.
And the next one. And hopefully each one that I'm reaching will reach at least 10.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. But it does work. It works so much. It's not even, people don't understand that that's what's going on now.
Yeah.
That's what's going on now. This is why we're on this journey.
Yes.
Yeah, because of one person.
Exactly. And it was and it was almost like the same personified. We said that, I think, in the beginning. This guy, there's a friend of mine, not a black guy, and we I'm telling too much. I'm telling too many secrets. But anyway, there's this. I'll keep it vague. There's this non-black person that I was out with once, and he was talking about another black person. There wasn't many black people in this event. It was me and 5 other people.
There never is.
And he said a comment that he didn't know was not the right way to speak. Obviously, he was like, oh, this black person over there.
Yeah.
I was like, you shouldn't say that because there's other ways to describe them. You shouldn't just say that. And I think he didn't get it. He didn't get it at the time. Now, how weird is this? About 3 years later, he sent me a text saying, I now
he just got it.
Understand what you meant. And it's like, just wanted to teach him, because he can go and tell his friends not to say that either. But it's my responsibility in that moment to help him, and not to put him down, but just to explain why what he's doing could be done a different way. You can describe someone in a different way.
Hon, we can tell so much. It's
tiring.
Our journey. I think it's intertwined in some way that we don't even know, and we've come full circle, and now we're back. And we've met up. I think our souls were kind of floating around, trying to find our authentic self, trying to find our people. And this is what's going on. We were floaters. Yeah. Now we're gravitating. We were floating. Yes. Yeah. And Black people have so much love.
Oh, we
have so much love to give.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us didn't know how to give it, but it's there. And now we're learning how to give it, how to share it. Mm-hmm. And this is what I want to do. I'm just sharing it. I don't care. I don't care what you think. Even I woke up like, I do not care. I said to them, you know what? I am doing it. I do not care.
Yeah.
I literally said, I am doing it. I don't care.
You gotta give them kindness. Give them so much love that there's nothing that they can do except to reciprocate. So much positivity, there's nothing they can do except for to be positive back.
Exactly.
Smother
exactly. And that's what I do. Before I was all negative, like no. But they've noticed that I've changed my tune. I'm like,
and I like the way it's getting quicker with every generation. Because there are people that, generations before us, they wanted to do this too. They just had a lot of other stuff going on. They were fighting the battles that made it easier for us. So we have to say thank you to them. And now hopefully what's happening is the generation, and it is happening, the generation next is catching up quicker. They're being able to think, you know what, let's just do it together. Let's work it together. Let's come together. And there's more people coming together than being against each other. And it's so
exactly. You know how they used to say you're a strong Black woman?
Oh God.
I don't like it. Now we can be strong together. We've gravitated to each other. Now we can be strong together. This strong Black woman narrative needs to change. And I don't know if it's you, but someone put up a quote, and I was like, oh, thank you, sis. Amen. It said, stop telling Black women that they're strong.
Oh.
Because you said that we're strong, why we are being treated the way we are treated, why we're denied certain care even in hospitals, why we're denied certain care even in how you approach us, even in how you interact with us, because you think we're strong. Yes, we needed to be strong. And we are strong, but in being strong does not mean that you should take advantage of our strength.
Great.
And sometimes strength comes from weakness.
Oh, it's so funny. I wanted to talk to you about this, specifically about this, and I was going to put something out today, so it's from me. But people that don't know me very well will come up and say, "Oh, you're a strong Black woman," and I'm just like, "Oh, but." Listen, I'm holding up a lot of people. Lots of people come to me, I help them, but I'm just a human. Like I'm not an oak tree that doesn't need any help. Like I also need you to help me. And am I strong? Yeah, I am strong, but I'm also vulnerable. I'm multifaceted, and I still need you to help me. So don't just think all I am is a strong Black woman because you see me doing stuff. Like obviously you've got to put out something so you can help the wider people achieve and everything, but we need love too.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, she's so strong, she don't need any love.
No, she's
strong, she don't need any help. or just let her bring that big old brick house by herself because she's so strong.
Oh, look at that strong woman over there. I'll keep people walking. Like, no, come and help me put the bricks. What are you doing?
and that's one of the things that I had to internalize and find people that are willing to help and support me, because in my family, I'm the go-to person. I'm the go-to person. And being the go-to person means you have to be strong for everyone.
Yeah.
And one of my siblings said to me the other day, and I didn't even really think of it. I didn't really think of it that way. I was just in my head about it. And he said, you were the eldest, and you had to be strong for us, but who was being strong for you? And it made me tear up, because I'm like, yeah, that's what I've been saying, but no one's been listening. There was no one there for me.
Yeah.
I had to be strong for everyone.
It's tiring.
It's tiring. Yes. You're telling me. Oh God. No. And at the moment I'm saying, yes, I will still be there for you. But let me just do me for a while. Let me do me. Yeah, let me do me. Let me go out there and do me and support me as well, because I was supporting you.
I know. Where's the supporters? Where are they?
Come, I need a refund on my support.
Yeah.
Because
there's this thing I put up on my, I'll have to send it to you because you can see, but there's this guy, this American guy, and he's basically like, if you've got all these people around you and all they do, every time they speak to you because they want something from you, you need to get rid of those people. I remember I literally did that recently. I was like, yeah.
I wish I could, but some people you can't get rid of because they're too close to you.
Well, it's not get rid of, but you just kind of like...
yeah, you're gonna have to hold off on some of the support, some of the time.
You can't always be asking me for something. Like sometimes you can be like, how are you doing? Can I help you? Instead of, I need your... Before you even ask me how I am, you're asking me help. It's like, come on.
Not even good morning. Not even good afternoon. Help me with this. Oh, help me write this. Oh, help me read this. It's not even, how is your day? You all right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you can do this. I'm like, and it happened to me. I almost cried, because one of the things on my journey is that I work out. Yeah. My workout releases some endorphins and helps me to cope with everything that I do.
Yes.
And this is why I preach health, because you see, once you're healthy, then you have less time to think about your unhealthiness and more time to be creative. Yeah, but I wanted to do my workout so I can start my day, and I was in my head because I had that bad day. And I was trying to work it out, and in working it out, I need to work out.
Yeah.
And a close person, family member of mine, called, and I'm like, I'm dealing with mine. Let me just give me a minute to work on mine, so I can help you. You're pulling my energy. You're literally taking all of my energy at this point. Just let me regroup so that I can help you. But I couldn't say that to them.
You can't, because then,
Exactly. I can say that to them. And
they know Desrine. They know Desrine is having it all together 100% of the time. So they're kind of like not even thinking that you need time for yourself.
And the issue that they were complaining about was something that I complained about to them. But they didn't hear me. They did not hear me. And I said to them, that's the same thing I was trying to communicate to you.
Oh, you said that.
And they still didn't hear. Some people, when they're in their sadness, they don't really hear you.
Yeah.
And this is why I'm forever posting, because sometimes people won't hear you the first time. sometimes they won't hear you the second time. Even sometimes you get to the 10th time, you're telling them the same thing. Sometimes they won't hear you.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why we're here at this moment.
Yeah.
Because Black people have been preaching the same thing for how many years?
Yeah. Feels like
For how many?
it feels like I can't even be bothered to explain to people anymore. Like, if I have to explain to you, we're really not friends, because I feel like
Exactly.
I've done it. Like, it's too exhausting. And this whole energy thing, I want my energy to be for me. I'm sorry.
My energy, I'm keeping it. I want to keep, I won't be selfish. I want to keep at least some of it so that I can cope.
Yes.
Because I share my energy because it's positive, so I'm sending it out there.
Yeah.
But in getting it back every morning, so that I can put it out there, I need to have time to get it back.
Yeah, I hear you.
And that's where I started from.
Mm-hmm.
I started my journey while trying to get my energy back, while trying to get back to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's how my journey started. And I didn't know that I was that creative until I started accepting and taking some time out to get my energy back. I didn't. No, seriously.
On that.
People did not know that. It's until I started taking some time out to get my energy back and to get back to myself.
Yes.
Yes. Therein, I knew that I was that creative.
Amazing. And it's almost like you need to give yourself a rest and your brain a rest to figure out what it actually can do. That's whole like work-life balance, that whole mindfulness is about just stopping, taking a moment, being quiet, being still, and beginning to work on yourself in a really like brick by brick. I like that saying.
Yes.
As well. Brick by brick.
Yeah. Building it. Yeah.
Just slowly building it. We could talk. I feel like we could talk forever.
I think,
Stop.
You're gonna have to call me.
But we'll do another one.
Yes. Yeah.
More about some other stuff.
Do it when I'm off. I'm gonna be off from teaching.
Summertime?
Because summertime I'm free, and I'm trying to do more supporting and more networking. So during that time, hopefully, something that's my main goal at the moment: do networking and to help and support along the way.
I think that sounds amazing, and no matter what, I think we just want to give back. I know we've talked a lot about people to help, coming to us for help.
Yes.
But really, I like helping. I do. I like helping, and I can't stop myself from helping people. It just feels natural. And if you bring up the circle around you, you're bringing up yourself as well. Like everybody's elevating. True. So. Yes. I want to close here, but
yes, because we won't stop talking.
Well, I know I found a good one when we just can't stop talking. That's a good one to me. That's one that's a keeper. You're a keeper.
Yes. So, you have a lot of editing to do, though.
It's good. It's nice. I feel like this feeling right now is of partnering, of partnership, collaboration, of elevation, of moving forward, of removing those barriers, and like just super going for it. And like
getting to the next level.
Yeah. And you're part of that. You're part of that circle of people that are showing everyone like, hey, don't be afraid. Just go out there and do it. And sometimes people associate this kind of feeling with being young, with being carefree and having things to worry about. But actually, we feel it too. We've been busy doing other stuff. And now we have our moment when we're like, let's do it. Let's go for it. So I commend you.
Yes. Thank you. And it's in doing that other people will be motivated to try. Because we're doing it. So they'll be motivated to go out there and build our community and to build strength in our community and to get together and support each other. And this is our main goal.
This is it. This is our main goal. And there's some habits we've got to undo. not bad habits, but just like where we shop, where we give
Yes.
our energy, where we spend our time, what conversations we have, and that's fine. We're going to change
Where we spend our money. Black money is important because where you spend your Black money, you're building up that community. So what are you trying to do? Build up your community for your kids, for your future, or are you trying to build up other communities?
Yeah.
We love all humankind.
Oh,
we do. But at the moment, we need building. So we need support from everyone.
Yes.
Yes, and in doing so, we need to support each other by finding. That's what I do. I try to find that 1, 2, 3 business to support, to spend my money. That's what I do. Before, I was like, oh, I love Black people. But now I'm proactively showing that I love it. I love you. I love you.
I love you. No, it's that's what I mean. There's some habits like that quick delivery you can get from Amazon. We've got to change. Obviously, there's not we don't cover everything right now, but the things that we cover, the things that Black people have businesses in, you should definitely do your best to go and buy from them. And maybe it's going to cost you a little bit more, but you know that.
Especially at this time where it's so difficult and a lot of businesses are closing down, but we have a lot of new startups as well.
A lot of new startups.
Yeah. So find us where we are.
Just ask your friends, ask their friends, do a post, keep it positive, and just try your best. I mean, we're preaching to the choir because we're both trying to do it.
Exactly.
But it's just, you know, people need to realize, and they probably do, that every single sale and every single purchase and every single recommendation makes a massive difference.
Yes, it does. Thank you so much.
Tell us and tell everyone where they can find you, what and what they can get from you.
Okay, so this is one of my main. Yes, yeah. And I do T-shirts and I also do tote bags. The name is on there. I don't know if they'll be able to see it. BlakJAFam. Yeah. I do have a website as well. When you're posting, if you could.
I will. I'll put all your details underneath. Yes. You've gone very small.
Sorry. So you can you can find me on IG. I'm always on IG every day. And I have a website, BlakJAFam.com. So you can find me. And if you don't know what the JA stands for, it's Jamaica.
And you say that because I know, but I think some people are like, what's JA?
I know, even people that are from not from Jamaica, but descendants or people, they don't know what the JA stand for, but Jamaicans would. But yes, and thank you so much. Thank you so much.
It was amazing to talk to you. And this is another amazing episode of Boss in Business with Desrine from BlakJAFam. Check her out, follow her on Instagram, go to her shop, look at her amazing designs, and thank you, and we'll speak to you again soon. Bye for now.
Thank you so much, Nadine. Bye.